So there we go. There is the grid, and here it is. Thomas Piet on the Praga went quickest by nearly 0.4 of a second in qualifying earlier on today. Starts on pole position, ahead of current championship leader coming into this round, Daniel Schollenberger. Marco Winkler in third, Andreas Frenzel in fourth, ahead of Lennart Schreiber. Andreas Neumann, they round out the top six, ahead of Stefan Grabau, Klaus Barnett, Rennen Born, Konrad Bayer, Daniel Yildiz, and last but by no means least, Tommy Helfinger. So 10 minutes on the clock plus an additional lap for this first of two races for DD2 Masters. And it is going to be rather exciting, ladies and gentlemen, because Thomas Piet had a bit of a disastrous run at the second round at Mulsen. But who's not to say that Thomas Piet could be driver to watch this weekend? Both he and Daniel Schollenberger will be the ones controlling the pace for its first two heats. And there is Tommy Helfinger bringing up the rear. There's Daniel Yildiz slotting into position. Now, the rolling start goes into life because they're going to go through the final corner very shortly. So it is Piet on pole, Schollenberger alongside. Winkler and Frenzel, row two. Out of the final corner, they go into the tram lines. Revs rise. Are we ready? We are green, and it's a great start by Thomas Piet, who gets the whole shot, and Marco Winkler straight up the inside of Daniel Schollenberger to take P2. Andreas Frenzel keeps fourth for the minute ahead of Schreiber. Rennen Born makes a move up past Klaus Barnett in the 5.02 to take 8th, with Konrad Bayer dropping to the back part of the field. He's dropped down to 12th as the 5.80 from FM Racing. So into the early throes of the race. A great start by Marco Winkler to take second, as Tommy Helfing is now deposed of Daniel Yildiz for what is now 10th on the road. So expect the pace to come from Helfinger, whereas Piet has just got a advantage. Lap 1 completed, lead between persons now 9/10 as Daniel Schollenberger trying to close on Marco Winkler. Andreas Frenzel rounds out the top four. Stefan Grabau up to 6th past Andreas Neumann in the meantime. Tommy Helfinger might be closing into the top 9 quickly because he was just over a 10.5 behind Klaus Barnett on that last lap. And there is the battle from second backwards. And yeah, this is going to get interesting, folks. DD2 Masters, very good category. It's the class I would actually run in if I was actually in karting. So because of my age being in the early 40s, let's say. 8 minutes and 14 still to go, plus an additional lap. Thomas Piet still leads the way. His gap over Marco Winkler has been extended to the tune of just over 1.4 seconds, but Daniel is putting the pressure on the FD Motorsport going through the midpoint chicane. Could get a good run going into the hairpin, but not on this particular occasion. Let's see, gets a good clean switchback. Doesn't have the opportunity. Tommy Helfing is now up into 8th place, having got past Rennen Born in the 560 on the Sodi Kart chassis. Winkler is soaking up the pressure from Schollenberger. Sponge as the 566 Parolin is not budging, staying as wide as possible. Winkler made the choice to go with Parolin this season and with FD, and it's been an inspired one. Hasn't always given him the best run of results that he's wanted, but nevertheless he's happy, he's content, he's running with the team that he thinks is competitive, and now we're seeing that he has got nothing to lose, but everything to gain. Daniel Schollenberger will look to get a steady, good set of results today. He might not get the 25 points, as there is another move, and that was that Tommy Helfinger again? He's just got past Andreas Neumann. So Helfinger, I did say to watch for him. He started in 12th and stone dead last, and he is now 7th. That just shows the caliber of Tommy Helfinger. Do remember one of the rounds of the Euro Trophy where unfortunately one of his front wheels went adrift from the kart, but those things do happen. But the battle for second position still very much on. As Winkler making the rear axle of that 566 Parolin as wide as possible. Schollenberger looking to push for an unforced error from the driver in front, but Winkler is not abiding through turn 1. Through this slight chicane here into turns 2 and 3. The battle between Andreas Frenzel and Lennart Schreiber has started intensifying as well, but keep your eyes on Stefan Krabau. But the man on the move is Tommy Helfinger. Up from P12 to P7, he could be a very, very dangerous contingency here, as again Schollenberger closes up, but look at Frenzel. Frenzel has closed, and there is Tommy Helfinger. He's got the switchback done on Stefan Krabau. Fantastic work by Tommy Helfinger. He's halfway up the grid now. He's still got the other half to go. And what's more, he's got 5 minutes and 20 seconds plus an additional lap still to go. It's anyone's guess what is going to happen for Tommy Helfinger, because he's really putting on a show out at Wittgenborn here today. He's also very much keeping me on commentary very entertained indeed. But the battle for second place still. Oh, there's the move that we've been waiting for. Schollenberger up the inside. Winkler trying to say, no, you don't, sunshine. And Schollenberger says, no, that's it. I'm gone, mate. That's it. Job is done. Whilst they're battling away, Andreas Frenzel not too far behind. Lennart Schreiber has got Tommy Helfinger closing in. Helfinger was 8.5 tenths behind. He's now got it down to half a second. Now, the biggest thing is, from this perspective, all right, Helfinger is, get this, 5 seconds behind the race leader. 5 seconds behind the race leader. That is quite a bit when you think about it. So now, this means Helfinger is going to be quick. Helfinger set the fastest lap of the race. No one is going to deny this individual from a significant, as myself and my good friend Henry would say, top here from the rear. And now Helfinger is again, well, he's trying to close in on Lennart Schreiber. And I'm wondering, has he got past? Because if he has, that's going to be big. That's going to be big, big news here. And there's a bit of a contretemps. That was between Frenzel and Schreiber, and that has given Helfinger the advantage he needed. Helfinger's got Frenzel in his eyesight. I did say this was going to happen, and it just has. Oh my goodness. Would you believe that? 3 minutes to go, plus an additional lap on the race. So Lennart Schreiber up into P4, Andreas Frenzel down into 5th. Has got Tommy Helfinger breathing. It's absolutely brilliant what Helfinger is doing. Helfinger is providing us with one of those races that we may not soon forget, because Andreas Frenzel is probably thinking the words, oh dear. Well, words to that effect, of course. But Thomas Peart has been leading the way. There has been no problems for the Praga. We're going to do this. Touch wood. Because that says to me that he could very much romp away into the distance and get the win. it is very much the case that we will have an interesting fight on our hands. And we've got one now, because Helfinger has really decided, I'm going to go for broke and see what happens. And he's really paying dividends for him. We've got a minute to go plus an additional lap. Tommy Helfinger is trying to close on Andreas Frenzel. I mean, the move hasn't happened yet, but it was very close a couple of laps ago. So Helfinger might be a little bit happier now that he's in P6. He's going to start from 12th again in race number 2 a bit later. But we could see the same kind of performance. We're into the final 30 seconds of this race, plus an additional lap. Thomas Piet has cantered away into the distance. Daniel Schollenberger in P2 is nearly 3.9 seconds behind. Marco Winkler in P3. Lennart Schreiber, Andreas Frenzel, and the driver of the day so far, Tommy Helfinger, literally managing to get himself up into what is now P6 ahead of Andreas Neumann. Stefan Grabau in 8th ahead of Rainer Born. Konrad Bayer back up into P10 as the leader now on the final lap of this race. Klaus Barnett in 11th and Tanju Yildiz completing the running order, but we are literally corners away from Thomas Piet taking the checkered flag. The fastest lap of the race, no surprise, Tommy Helfinger, 46.047 seconds. It's going to come down to just a couple more corners, because Thomas Piet will take the checkered with considerable ease. And that is it. The race is his from what was a pretty impressive pole position. Daniel Schollenberger and Marco Winkler takes 3rd. So Schollenberger got past Winkler in the end of it. Lennart Schreiber in 4th. Andreas Frenzel in 5th ahead of Tommy Helfinger. Andreas Neumann, Stefan Grabau, Rainer Born, Konrad Bayer running out the top 10 with Tanju Yildiz in 11th, Klaus Barnett bringing up the rear in 12th place at the end of it all.